If everybody is wise, wisdom will be common without pride.
Feedback from the future.
The new name for evangelism in the future is called culture shaping. As a matter of fact, the system called popular culture has already hijacked the word evangelism. Right now, we have AI evangelists. We have artificial intelligence evangelists. They are not Christians. The whole idea about evangelism as a word is not a spiritual word, and it's not a Christian word, right? It's just the idea that if you pick up something, you can scale it intelligently in a systemic way to popular culture. So there are people who are evangelists on social media. We have social media evangelists. We have AI evangelists. We have all kinds. I think the lead marketer and sales in LinkedIn is called chief evangelist. So the world is already borrowing the word evangelist today. In another 10 years, when you hear evangelism, nobody's going to think of church. You see what I'm saying? Right? So because it has to be arrested, those things are not happening coincidentally. A lot of what you do online, your behavior on social media, for me, I wake up in the morning, I have only 1 hour on social media every day. My entire system is programmed to be on social media for 1 hour. When you watch documentaries like Social Dilemma, you watch, some documentaries, you understand that human beings are renting a space in your head. And they are renting a space in your head, not just to live there, but to live there enough to control your actions and your thoughts, and to govern the size of your pocket and the direction of your purchasing power. So people determine what you buy. You think you are making choices, but you are really not making choices at all. What you are doing is that you have been arrested without your permission. So somebody is living in your head and running a program. People, can I calm down? Is it okay? And living in your head, and in that your head, they are determining the things you like, the things you buy, but you feel that you are the one buying it. You see, for many years, the powers that be in the world have always tried to control human actions and human thoughts. There's a word called agency. And when you think about agency, what you think about is somebody who is an agent, or somebody who runs a type of company that holds resource for other companies. They call it agency. But there is another meaning for the word agency, which you should find the next time you are on Google, research that word, is the ability to influence your own thoughts and your actions. So when they say somebody does not have agency, there's no poor person in the world. There's nobody struggling financially. There's nobody struggling emotionally. There's nobody struggling in life on any level maritally. There's nobody struggling on any level in life who has agency. You see, what the culture is contending with is your capacity to demonstrate agency. Agency, when you have it, is that you can influence your own thoughts and your own actions. You are completely in charge of your own thoughts and your own actions. What is happening that people don't know at all is the idea that you can become a slave. The moment you are out of agency, you are one of 3 blocks of expression. You are either a poor person, or you are a slave, or you are a victim. They look like 3 different words, but they all mean the same thing. They have only one definition, a common denominator. This definition is that whether you are a slave, or you are a victim, or you are a poor person, bottom line is that you have 0 control over your necessary due human experiences. Once you have no control over your necessary due human experiences, you are either a slave, or you are a poor person, or you are a victim. Think about it. Victims, why are they victims? You are raping me right now. You are raping me. What is it I cannot do? I don't have the power to have the desire to not to be raped. to have the choice not to be raped. So you have overpowered me. And so I have no control in that moment over my due human experience in that moment. A poor person does not have that control. He can't buy what he wants. He can't drink what he wants. He can't go where he wants. He can't go when he wants to go there. Everything is determined by the size of his pocket. He will never be happier than it. He will never have reading more than it. He will never have friends more than it. His life is in a cycle, locked down in a jail that is invisible. He will continuously make promises to himself. He will break as many as he has made, essentially because the capacity to express that agency substantially is missing. You can't have money and have redeem. Sorry, you cannot have money and have redeem. The moment you have anything without money, listen, you are on ground, but you are not present. Money is a critical instrument for the maximal expression of your humanity. The moment you graduate to any level of performance where you have no control over the size of your pocket and you cannot control the stream of income that comes to you, you are like somebody who is in the dark, winking, doing a lot, but nobody is aware. So you have no control over your necessary due human experiences. The same thing goes for a slave. When you call somebody a slave, what is his problem? He can't go where he wants, when he wants to, how he wants to. Somebody dictates all of that. You can be a Range Rover driving slave. You know your masters. The moment you cannot do what you want to do, you cannot run your own reading and communicate your own agency, you are a slave. It doesn't matter how good looking you are. Slavery has nothing to do with being in jail or being in chains. You can live by the beach in Lekki and walk in a skyscraper and be a slave all the same. You know those who control your necessary due human experiences. The moment you have no control over that, you are a slave, or you are poor, or you are a victim. At that level, the system has you. So people sit down to see how to lose that away from you, because the moment you don't have agency, you are subjected to the life of a victim, of a slave, and of a poor person. So you find somebody who drives a Mercedes-Benz looking down at a beggar. Meanwhile, they are the same on a higher level by a different denominator. The idea that this guy is poor, you are driving a Range Rover, but both of you have no control over your necessary due human experiences. Hello, are we together? So some people are so poor, all they have is money. And that's a reality. To the extent that you can have a lot of money, but what type of power do you have over the weight of your character, the strength of your thinking, and the type of influence that you exude? So by the time you look handsome and have good shoes, that could be a handsome fool. We have 6 foot tall, broad-chested, empty minds. You can be pretty and be a dummy all the same. All of life goes beyond the weight of container. The essence that defines you cannot be seen. It's a software. The operating system that defines you cannot be seen. And so you can walk free, have artificial air, have the best shoes, drive the best cars, but those who control you by a different instrument that cannot be seen, but you are in check all the way. So when you are in jail, you don't need bars. You don't need chains. You can be in the jail of culture. Now, so these guys we read about, I have about 5 minutes more in this service, so I'm not going to preach 4 different services. This is part 1 of 4 services, of 4 messages. You understand? So when you go home today, go home so that you don't confuse those coming for second service. So go home and go online to go and watch part 2, right? Then after second service, go home again. Everybody should go home so that you don't disturb the car park and you don't disturb those who are coming. So we have a message in 4 parts today. Part 1, part 2, part 3 by 4. Because if I want to preach each one in each message, I'm not going to finish. So we have divided it into 4. Does that make sense? That's called mathematics. So let's go. So don't forget, this is how people work. This is how people think. Now, human beings like you are called power centers. You don't see them. They are called the mafia. They are called power brokers, depending on the society you are in. But those people exist, and their goal is to determine what is happening in society.
Do you enjoy Olakunle Soriyan's content here on YouTube? Then you should be on Illuminate. It's the digital library of Olakunle Soriyan, with over 25 years of private sessions, decoded frameworks, and content unavailable anywhere else. Visit bit.ly/PK-Illuminate to start your 7-day trial today. Subscription starting from $10 per month.
Don't forget that everybody that has a pencil as eraser. Those who make pencil make eraser. You just don't think erasers are just existing. No, they are there to clean up whatever the pencil is doing. And the pencil is writing, knowing that there are instruments that can clean it up. So the companies who make viruses, are you aware, are the same company who make the antivirus. So that's why they give you the antivirus for 1 year. After 1 year is expired, they are going to release by themselves another virus that the last antivirus you bought cannot catch. So if you don't come and buy the antivirus, you are going to be in a crisis. So in other words, the guys who create the system for your relief are also the guys who create the system for your stress. It's called problem, reaction, solution. So the way it works is we create the problem, we wait for you to react, and then we give you the solution for it. It's just the way the world works. There's nothing you can do about it. That is how power brokers think. That is how they create a lot of the experiences you are having, and I'm not trying to do conspiracy theories, but I will save you from a lot of details. But there's something called problem, reaction, solution. For example, you didn't sit down somewhere one day to say, I want a tablet in my life, or I want GSM technology. You didn't know. Your life looked complete. But depending on who you are, me, I've seen 5 years 10 times. I've seen 10 years 5 times. So you know how old I am, with some extras. In other words, I'm 53. So I've seen different technologies. When I was 20-something, if I want to go to see my brother, say, on the mainland, I'm going to get to the mainland to find out that he just left 2 minutes ago. There's no way, there's nothing I can do. I'm going to get to the mainland, risk my life on the road, spend time and energy and resources to go and find out that he just left 2 minutes ago. My life was so slow, and I did not know, and I did not complain. Until GSM came, and before I leave my house, I can text him or call him or look at him live on the phone and say, Uncle, are you at home? And I say, I'm not at home. And I save the time, I save the energy, the resources, no risk, and I remain in my house, right? So my life became faster by a technology I did not ask for. But somebody studied my life, allowed me to experience it the way I knew it. When they brought GSM to me, I didn't ask for it. It just fitted into my life. You see what I'm saying? So some people are studying you to find your problem before you know it. It's either you create a problem or we create it for you. Bottom line is that once you are experiencing problem, we wait for you to indulge in that problem, have a reaction to it, then we give you the solution. Are you on the same page? Are you sure? So the way it has worked, it's 1 minute, 27 minutes more. Eshe. Just to pack that in. Are we together? Are you sure? So, many years ago, slave trade happened. You see, slave trade was trying to do only one thing, to control your choices. Control your choice. In other words, take away that your due, necessary human experience. Make you a slave or a victim or a poor person. So they tell you what to do, how to do it, with whom to do it, where to go, where not to go. That's slave. Now, slavery is a necessary condition for the human experience. Every human being on the face of the earth, including me and PB and the Pope and the bishops of life, every human being on the face of the earth is enslaved to something. True freedom is the ability to control and determine what enslaves you. I'll take it again. Slavery, every human being on the face of the earth is enslaved to something. True freedom is the ability to control and determine what enslaves you. True freedom is the ability to choose your slavery. Now, even in following God, there's slavery. It's a slave of righteousness. You see, the difference is you chose it. I'm a slave of wisdom. I will never be free. I'm a slave of prudence. I will never be free. Something must enslave you, no matter who you are. So the concept of slavery itself is not wrong. What we call slavery now, popularly in the culture, is the abuse of slavery. Because if you are a slave of wisdom, that's a beautiful thing. If you are a slave of goodness and love, it's a beautiful thing. If you are a slave of righteousness, that's a fantastic thing. The Bible actually says so. But when you did not choose the slavery, that's when it's a problem. When somebody else is choosing it for you, then it is a problem. Now, the human being cannot contain known manipulation. If you want to manipulate a human being, you must do it with reverse engineering. You must do it from the back. He must not know that you are trying to control him. The moment he knows, it doesn't matter whether it's a house help, it doesn't matter whether it's a chauffeur, the moment he knows, from that moment, he begins to architect his freedom. Whatever way he's going to get it, whether it's to kidnap you or kidnap your children, whatever he's going to do, he's going to find his way out of that madness. You see what I'm saying? So the idea is that slavery continues in the world, but somehow human beings found out and said, this is slavery. We rejected it. The moment we rejected it, it morphed into colonialism. Doing the same thing, controlling our choice. In some countries, we found freedom from colonialism. We found out again, we said, we don't want colonialism. It morphed into apartheid. In another country, it morphed into military rule. We said, we don't want military rule. It morphed into military leaders in civilian uniform. Right? It continues like that, and it continues to be control of your choices. Control of your choices. But every time the masters have tried to control the human choice, it works for a while, the human beings find out, and then they begin to resist it. So I don't know if there was a meaning, but we now see a type of consensus that the power blocks have come together to say, you know what? We can't continue to control their choice. Every time we try to control their choice, they find out and they resist it. We need to do something more stealth. Something in stealth mode, like a virus, like a program. That's what those guys are doing in Ezekiel 11. So what are we going to do? This is what we are going to do. Get pastors, religious leaders, imams, school teachers, police officers, voices across the world, lecturers. Get all the instruments of culture shaping in society, the media, the TV, and tell them to be in control of their choice. So they tell you, let's use voting, for example. Let nobody control your vote. Fight for your choice. Give them control over their choice now. That's the only way we can go over the future. If we try to control their choices, they'll continue to reject it. Let them have control over their choices. I'm closing. And so they continue to give them control over their choice. Billboards, noises. For example, let nobody buy your vote. Protect your vote. Manage your vote. Fight for your vote. Let nothing take it from you. Rather die than lose your right to vote. Your right to choose is your life. And then you become so happy, you go get your voter's card, you get everything, right? The philosophy is, give them control over their choices, we take control over the options. So, when we take control over the options, it is our commitment to perpetuate your slavery. Because now, you are now in control of your choices. You now think you are in charge because you are the one making the choice. So you control the choice, we control the options. How does that work? Party administration is superior to voting because party administration is where the candidates show up. Now, when you are not involved in that and they have chosen 3 fools for you, your power to vote is coming to make a choice between 3 fools. You are the fool. You see what I'm saying? So your choice is now useless because the options you are going to choose from has been determined already through party administration. So if you really want to be involved in politics, PVC is not enough. Having a voter's card is not enough. You got to roll up your sleeve and get into party administration where the candidates come out from. Because when you are coming with your PVC, you are coming too late to the party. You see what I'm saying? It is happening in business. Some people say, I don't like Facebook. Everybody's game. I prefer Instagram. Well, whether you like Facebook or Instagram, you are paying Mark Zuckerberg. You see what I'm saying? Some people say, well, I like Pilk Milk. It's a good milk. I don't like Cowbell. Whether you are paying Pilk Milk or Cowbell, you are paying the same company. You see what I'm saying? Oh, DSTV is better. I don't like GoTV. The same company is taking your money. Anyone you want, we are there for you. So what real powers do is they create options. Anything you are choosing us. Real power is not partisan. You choose PDP or APC, you are choosing us. Because real power is not in the two. We choose Republican or Democrat, you are choosing us. So the real idea is to mature, to be able to know how the options evolve. Because your real power, some say, I don't like Toyota. Lexus is better. You are paying the same company. They have analyzed you and created Toyota for your pocket and Lexus when you make more money. It's as simple as that. Anyone you buy, you are buying us. You see the idea? So guys, get it straight. You are just another entity arrested by the scripts of men when you are not in how the options evolve. The communication of Christ, when you are the lights of the world, is not the idea that you are on ground to work hard as a consuming entity. It is that you are on ground as a producer, a fellow co-creator of how the options evolve. The teaching today is to learn how to take a stake in the options so that your mastery and your power begin and your agency begin to run. Rise to your feet. I want to pray for you. Jesus, this moment is yours. Do it to your glory. What only you can do. A lot is said. Some of them complex, some of them simple. But you know it all. You know the simple hearts here. You know the complex hearts here. Diffuse this to everybody's understanding. Make it workable. We plant, we water the increases of you. We are assured of the change you have created today. Thank you for your power. As we move into the other conversation, you are with us, teaching and guiding. In Jesus' name. Amen. God bless you.
Do you enjoy Olakunle Soriyan's content here on YouTube? Then you should be on Illuminate. It's the digital library of Olakunle Soriyan with over 25 years of private sessions, decoded frameworks, and content unavailable anywhere else. Visit bit.ly/PK-Illuminate to start your 7-day trial today. Subscription starting from $10 per month.
Feedback from the future.